We're in northern Italy and we're racing the Baby Giro.
It's a very prestigious race with under 23s. It's probably one of the biggest of the year. You know, there's this and Lavinier, and they're the two big races there is.
Yeah, I would say it's important just because all of the big development teams, under 23 teams are here with arguably their best team.
It's a very unpredictable race that's raced from start to finish every day.
It's a race that people mark on the calendars and say, yeah, I want to do well here because people go pro from this race too.
So we're here, Baby Giro, day 1, Cesenatico Riccione, 144 kilometers. Quite a hilly last part of the race today. And let's see how the first race goes, because it's always a bit watching how the guys go. It's quite hot today, 30 degrees.
First few days, honestly, I'm still a little bit unsure of what exactly happened, but honestly, I think I came in a little bit too fresh. And then with the heat, my heart rate was just through the roof and really struggled those first couple of days.
The first few stages were not ideal because they were meant to be ones where you sort of just get through easily, and it ended up being quite a bit of a struggle for me to get through. But yeah, I think it's just the heat really.
Were the days that I was looking forward to before we started, so that was a bummer, but you can only do what you can do once it starts happening. So definitely rode through those days and then progressed from there, which has been good at least. At least it's been on the up. So
yeah, you can train as much as you want and you can train as hard as you want, but nothing replicates racing. And a race like this is the highest level of racing under 23. So if you're going to get found out pretty quickly if you're not up to scratch.
Klaar voor etappe 3. Klimrit vandaag, super warm. Dus heel belangrijk dat we vandaag enorm veel bidons kunnen bezorgen. Ik denk dat 26 graden momenteel. Het gaat zeker opgaan tot gevoelstemperatuur 31. We hebben ijs in de koelbox, water, energy. Just have to speed up and feed them.
They're starting to attack again, huh? Get back in the race. Ollie.
Doing better again today.
Yeah.
Have another one.
Yeah. There's a good group quite far behind. We're trying to stick with these guys and then 400 metres to go.
I think it will be still in the column.
Try and use the convoy if you can to get back.
Well, so the team philosophy coming into the race was very much so, everyone starts with an open roll, and I think that's what's great about Trinity, is that everyone starts with an open roll, blank slate, and then as the race progresses, we kind of see what happens. So I think for Turner, we kind of knew the first 4 or so stages were his.
For me personally, my objectives were to, you know, to do well in the opening stages. They were really good for me, and hopefully win one and then get the jersey.
For me and Healy, the first 4 or 5 stages was just to lose as little more time as possible, and for Healy, the time trial. tend to go better uphill, so I'd say that the TT, it's weird because you're racing against yourself. Like it's hard for everyone. So I think it's the same level of hardness. I just go a bit slower than the other guys.
Yeah, so I was second in a TT by half a second, which is kind of frustrating.
Yeah, you trained well, you have the confidence, just go for it. Eh? There on the top, 90 degrees to the right, back on the main road.
Well, the goal was to get the pink. That was my objective. That I came here with that set in my mind. After the time trial, I really wanted a good day there, and I achieved a really good day, you know.
Give it all you have. Give it. Come on. Did a great job already. You can grab that pink.
In the beginning when Jürgen said I'd got it, I didn't believe him because I had a message from my dad and he was like, oh, you've just lost it by a second, and I was pretty good, to be honest. And then he was like, yeah, you've won, and I was like, no, I haven't. And he's like, you have, and anyway, I had, so brilliant.
The whole team worked towards it, you know, we helped him along the way, and yeah, he was wearing it, but it definitely felt like it was for the team.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, really. I mean, that's like one of his goals for this race, so yeah, to see him do that was nice.
But him being in pink, yeah, brought everyone's motivation up, and then that day also kind of was where the GC was kind of set in, and Glug was up there and Healy were up there, so then it was just, we had a reason to be there and we had to be there.
My 3 words are magical, special, pink, and here's Jürgen for his 3 words.
Pink, full, long day.
There's Jürgen with his 4 words.
Right, Malia Rosa day. Bit of a stressful one, I think, but 3 of us in contention for GC, so it makes it a pretty good situation, I guess. I mean, everyone's got to watch us, so yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good day.
Stage 5.
It doesn't matter. Great.
So this is a jersey for the highest placed general classification rider. That is a 1st or 2nd year under 23. I don't currently hold it actually because the Malaga Rosa's got it, but I'm 2nd, so I've been gifted this for today.
You know, my goal was to achieve and win it. I mean, get the jersey, and I did that. So I was satisfied with that. But then, you know, on the day after I lost it, but it was a real hard day. A lot of climbs, and to be honest, I rode really well that day. But I gave everything, and then you can't be angry, can you? If you give everything in the final, then that's it, and that's all there is to it.
All good?
Yeah, give them balls then, John.
Good job, huh?
Give me another
25k to go, good job.
He's doing good, turn for his weight on these climbs.
Yeah.
Fuck, what a machine. Better disregard it, what a machine. Yeah, what a machine.
I kind of always knew that I'd be working for the team, really. Which has involved sort of, earlier on in the race was mainly going back for bottles, keeping them out of the wind, looking after them, making sure they're in good positions, and then as the race has got more into the mountains, it's been just trying to go as long as I can up the climbs with them.
After stage 5, when me and Healy were 3rd and 4th, and I was 4th on GC and he was 8th, so we were both in within, you know, podium contention. So then we started to become the protected riders and leaders. And that changed again a little bit when we went up the mountain, and Healy didn't quite have the day that he wanted to have with the altitude and whatnot. So then I became more of the protected rider and leader, and he had more of a free role to kind of go for the breaks, which is actually what he thrives at best.
But then as it progressed, like, I've kind of moved out of GC a little bit, so I was kind of went stage hunting and trying to get that stage win. And then obviously on the last day, penultimate day, Tom was only 5 seconds off the podium, so yeah, it was all in to try and get him that 5 seconds and move up.
Stravito, kilometer 74, 75 to Christina. Okay. She will be there with the music.
Okay, cool.
On a wet town, and he just crashed in front of me, and then obviously when someone crashes in front of you in the wet, you slam on the brakes as well, and then you come off the same. Yeah, you jump over it in the wet.
He is using the worst position out of all of them though, like,
I know.
And you did exactly what you needed to do. It's just
I've had everything to gain and everything to lose.
Yeah. But you fucking tried, and that's all you can ask. At least you didn't just sit in the bunch and not do anything, you know?
Gave it some beans today, but didn't have enough, unfortunately. Needed a, I had like a few beans, but I needed like, what's a beanie dish then, yeah? Yeah. What's a chili con carne? I needed a chili con carne, but I only had a few, so yeah, this is what it is. Gave it a go. The lads were amazing. Healy, all of them, every one of them rode their absolute hearts out, but I couldn't finish it off, so yeah, it's amazing.
So it's a flat stage today, so what good one for Turner, and we'll try and give him a good lead out and yeah, see if he can pull off a stage win.
Number 2, Healy from Trinity Racing hits the finish line, claiming today's stage win.
So, steep climb, the brake got caught because people were racing for the intermediate sprint point before because that jersey was still up for grabs. Crested the climb, I was at the top, at the front of the group, it was like proper strung out, and just me and a couple of other guys chipped off the front, and next thing we know we had like 3 minutes, and yeah, we just kept it going to the finish. Like, we worked pretty well together, and yeah, ended up winning the stage. So come as a bit of a surprise, but just never gave in really, and kept trying right up until the end. So
this race is really built for not so much an all-rounder, but someone who is good enough at their weaknesses, but can make time on the hills. That's who this race is built for.
I would say one thing to take away really would be just being able to do a little bit of everything. Like, the amount of respect I have for guys that are getting through the tour that aren't climbers, that aren't there for GC. That's big, as well as just how much a team matters. I mean, not that I didn't know that before, but it just, when you're at races like this, it just proves that much more, that how much a team matters, team environment, the guys you're around. For in the stages as well as off the bike every day.
I think it is true what they say, that like you do get satisfaction from the others doing well. You know, you're not on the results at all, but And also I like doing it for these guys because we get on well as a team. You know, each day Globe will come up to me and thank me, and it's good when you've got someone that you like. You know you're more prepared to work hard for them.
The plan now is to hopefully have some time off and then have a week off, and then we'll build towards, you know, goals in July, you know, and then we'll see where we go from there. And then hopefully we'll have a good back end of the year, and then we'll see what brings in the new year.